Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications. And now, let's join ace broadcaster MAMODE AKUGHA as he takes us inside the Niger Delta.
Hello out there and welcome. It's Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region. I'm your regular host, MAMODE AKUGHA.
Inside the Niger Delta.
Bayelsa State Governor Senator Doediri has called for stronger international collaboration and decisive global action to protect the world's river deltas, including Nigeria's Niger Delta region, from worsening environmental degradation and the threats posed by climate change. Governor Diri, who joined other world leaders at the International Conference on Dialogue Between Land and Sea in Shanghai, China, disclosed that the Niger Delta, which is rich in biodiversity and natural resources, is fast losing its ecological balance due to decades of oil pollution, flooding, and coastal erosion.
The Niger Delta, which stretches across 9 states in southern Nigeria, is one of the world's largest and richest wetlands. It is where the River Niger, which passes through 5 countries of Guinea, Mali, Niger, Benin, and Nigeria, empties into the Atlantic Ocean, forming an intricate network of creeks, mangroves, and estuaries that sustain fishing, farming, and transport for millions of people. Speaking at the International Conference on Dialogue Between Land and Sea in Shanghai, China, the governor of Bayelsa State, Senator Doediri, lamented that the deltas around the world, including the Niger Delta in Nigeria, face a shared crisis of rising sea levels that now poses an existential threat.
If deltas connect rivers to oceans, then this conference must connect knowledge to action. This proposed convention will protect the deltas as unique and fragile ecosystems, restore degraded wetlands and empower local livelihoods, mobilize global science and finance for resilience, sustainability and adaptability. The time for such a commitment is now.
The conference, which seeks to translate scientific discoveries and facts into actionable policies for the sustainable management of river basins and seas, had in attendance over 180 participants, including scientists, policymakers, and environmental experts from 31 countries. Senator Diri used the opportunity to present findings from the Bayelsa State Oil and Environmental Commission's report, which shows a disturbing state of environmental pollution and degradation of the flora and fauna in the state due to decades of oil and gas activities. He added that the situation requires urgent intervention to restore the region's environment and safeguard the livelihoods of millions of people.
And that report has shown in painful detail that what happens when ecosystems are exploited without accountability. A reminder that environmental resilience must begin with environmental justice. But this is not a story of despair. It is a call to renewal, a refinement of our engagement with the deltas of the world.
He further proposed the establishment of a United Nations Convention on the Conservation of River Deltas, UNCCRD, to chart the way forward for delta protection, restoration and sustainable development. Governor Diri also highlighted initiatives undertaken by his administration in Bayelsa in keeping with the global call for environmental sustainability measures and climate justice.
We have, as a state government, created a Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy to align our conservation efforts with opportunity. We are restoring mangrove forests, the green shells of our coastline. We are training youth and women for livelihoods in aquaculture, ecotourism, and renewable energy.
Governor Diri's message draws attention to the urgent need for a unified global response to protect vulnerable delta regions across the world, especially in Nigeria's oil-rich Niger Delta.
Inside the Niger Delta.
The Managing Director of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, Dr. Samuel Ogbuku, says the Commission will continue to support and collaborate with security agencies to ensure lasting peace and stability across the oil-rich Niger Delta region. Dr. Ogbuku made this known last week while formally handing over a newly constructed naval facility to the Nigerian Navy in Ayakoro community, Ogbia local government area of Bayelsa State.
The Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, whose core mandate is to facilitate the rapid and sustainable transformation of the Niger Delta into a region that is economically prosperous, socially stable, ecologically regenerative, and politically peaceful, has not only been instrumental in driving infrastructural renewal, but also in creating an enabling environment for peace and development to thrive. The interventionist agency, which has consistently extended support to security institutions in the past, made another contribution last week with the formal handover of a new set of facilities to the Nigerian Navy. The facilities include a fully furnished administrative block, an accommodation block, a 40-man boat house, 2 units of gunboats, and several hectares of land earmarked for a proposed naval school, all located in Ayakoro community, Ogbia local government area of Bayelsa State. The event brought together high-ranking naval officers, government officials, and community leaders. In his remarks, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the NDDC, Dr. Samuel Ogbuku, said the gesture is part of the Commission's continued effort to strengthen the security architecture of the Niger Delta for more development.
That under this administration, we have actually built and strengthened that partnership by supporting security agencies across the Niger Delta. Not only the Nigerian Navy, we are talking about all security agencies. Because they are the ones out there making the whole sacrifice to ensure that we sleep peacefully. And because we sleep peacefully, and for the fact that they've done the job very well, that is why today you can see projects carried out by NDDC across the region springing up very, very fast.
The Commander, Operation Delta Safe, Rear Admiral Noel Madugo, who represented the former Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral E.I. Gala, commended the NDDC for its commitment to enhancing security and fostering development in the Niger Delta.
Let me therefore commend the vision and commitment of the leadership of the Niger Delta Development Commission for citing this security project at Ayakoro with a view of addressing security challenges associated with the endowed natural resources in the Niger Delta region. I want to assure the Niger Delta Commission and the Nigerian Navy through the Central Naval Command, the Navy will spare no effort to ensure that objectives for which the security projects are provided will be fully realized.
The Governor of Bayelsa State, Senator Doedere, represented by retired Brigadier General Eric Angaye, also lauded the initiative and urged communities to continue supporting efforts that promote peace, unity, and sustainable growth across the state.
I urge traditional rulers, community youth leaders, and stakeholders to work with the Navy to build trust, de-escalate tensions where they exist, and channel the energy of our young people into constructive programs.
Members of the AKUGHA community who could not hide their joy thanked the NDDC for the gesture.
We naval base here, we are sleeping with 2 eye closed. Because they have done a lot to minimize the issues of piracy in our waterways. They have also ensured the peaceful existence of the AKUGHA man. We have also seen that it's attracted development. If these people, the Navy will stay here, more development agenda will be put in place.
This is the first time we are seeing a change in NDDC to say, yes, we already have NDDC. If they have been doing this, what the present MD is doing, Niger Delta will not be like this. It will have changed.
The project, which is one out of many, underscores the Commission's complementary role in promoting safety, peace and progress in the oil-rich Niger Delta region, a vision that remains at the heart of its development agenda.
Inside the Niger Delta.
The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, Dr. Samuel Ogbuku, says the intervention agency will stop at nothing to ensure the completion of all ongoing and previously abandoned projects across the oil-rich Niger Delta region. Dr. Ogbuku made this known last week during an inspection of the 650-bed space NDDC hostel project at the Niger Delta University NDU, Amasuma, in Bayelsa State.
Tops on the job description of the current leadership of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, is to break away from the past culture of abandoning projects and restore public confidence in Nigeria's foremost interventionist agency. Staying true to this charge, the NDDC management, under the leadership of Chairman Chiedu Ebie and Managing Director Dr. Samuel Ogbuku, has since proved that the Commission can truly deliver on its mandates by completing and delivering many previously abandoned projects across the region, with many currently ongoing. One notable example is the 650-bed space hostel facility at the Niger Delta University, NDU, Amasoma, in Bayelsa State, which was awarded back in 2007 and has not only been revisited but is now nearing completion. Dr. Ogbuku, who inspected the project last week, reaffirmed that the student hostel, which would be completed in the coming months, is just one out of several projects the Commission has revisited to ensure that they deliver better living conditions across the region.
It's a very, very wonderful project. As you can see, this project stands as a landmark edifice, not only in this university but in this region. It is a project that we inherited. We took this project from the level of the foundation when it was done, and today I'm very, very much impressed that at least I'm seeing what I'm seeing today, and I'm happy that as part of Mr. President's directives that we should go and finish all abandoned legacy projects. This will also be one of those credits to Mr. President that his directives are actually working.
The Vice-Chancellor of the university, Professor Allen A. Aggie, commended the NDDC for its intervention and revealed that the institution was already putting measures in place to ensure proper management and maintenance of the facility once it is completed.
It's a significant project, and I think that it's one of the very best in the region. So for us as a university, we'll just pledge that we'll take good ownership of it and manage it appropriately. We'll outsource it and see how we can manage it to be able to sustain itself. And I think after some time, whenever the board comes, they will be happy that they did this for the university.
Earlier, the NDDC Managing Director held a meeting with the university's management team where they discussed additional areas of partnership to further enhance access to quality education for students.
We will be willing to partner with the Commission to do your scholarship exams, CBT-based exams, in a manner that it will be recorded that the Niger Delta University is not only benefiting from the commission, but we are also supporting the commission in organizing the exams.
So assure you that we'll always work together in whatever that we think we'll do to complement each other for the development of not only facilities in Niger Delta University, but things that will benefit the entire region.
During the visit, Dr. Obuku also made a brief stop at an ongoing 50-bed space hospital project, also located in Amasoma. However, Dr. Obuku directed that the facility be expanded so as to be able to serve the health needs of students, staff and residents of Amasoma and surrounding communities. With these interventions, the NDDC continues to demonstrate its commitment to improving education and healthcare infrastructure, fostering community development, and promoting the overall well-being of people in the Niger Delta region.
Inside the Niger Delta, AKUGHA Group, oil and gas, dredging, power and air transportation. AKUGHA Group, petroleum product sufficiency, energy sustainability and infrastructure development.
Governor Sheriff Oborewori of Delta State assumed office with the mantra "More Agenda," which translates to meaningful development, opportunities for all, realistic reforms, and enhanced peace and security. While Governor Oborewori had been very visible with his development efforts and his social programs, which provides opportunities for all, his reforms in the state are positively affecting all Deltans. Though Delta State is relatively peaceful, not much had been heard about the governor's efforts, which understandably had been largely covert. However, in the last couple of weeks, Governor Oborewori has taken visible steps to enhance peace and security in the Big Heart State.
The governor of Delta State, Right Honorable Sheriff Oborewori, recently lost his cool as he inspected several military-grade rifles and ammunition intercepted in the state by the Department of State Security, DSS.
You can see they brought this kind of into Delta State. It's not madness. Who do you want to kill in Delta State? We want to destabilize this government? We cannot take it from any ethnic nationality. Never and never. We will not take it.
This came after a reported incident in the Warri area of the state that left an individual dead. Also, there seems to be a sense of growing tension between the three ethnic groups of Ijo, Ishekiri, and Urobo of Warri. The governor who condemned the incident charged security operatives in the state to fish out those responsible for the incident and all their accomplices.
You can't kill somebody and you think they're backing you. You know, because both those who are backing them will bring them to book, because this is Delta State, one piece.
The hostilities between the three major ethnic groups in the Warri area date back to 1997 to 1999, when violent conflicts out of mutual distrust and hostilities ripped apart the previously enjoyed peaceful and cordial relationship between the ethnic groups. Just when it seemed the people had put the dark memories behind them and calm had returned to the oil city, the Supreme Court ordered delineation exercise in the Warri Federal Constituency is opening this old wound. However, Governor Oborewori, who regretted the experience of the past, maintained that his administration would not allow a repetition of that ugly incident.
To those who want to make trouble in Warri, like I have told them before, they have not seen trouble. We don't want trouble. If you witness the crisis, the last crisis, you will not want to go into it. And we don't want it. We don't need it. We need to open Warri. We want investors to come into Warri. When there are crisis today, investors will not come. It should not be fair, because that place needs to be developed more. We are already doing roads. We are doing the stadium already. We are doing other things. If the crisis starts today, those projects can go on.
In pursuit of enhanced peace and security in the state, Governor Oborewori recently launched the Delta State Security Trust Fund, an initiative designed to build a safer, stronger and more prosperous state through public-private partnership in security management.
Delta State Security Trust Fund was, from inception, envisaged to be a public-private partnership.
Special guests at the event, including representatives of the private sector and security agencies, commended the governor's proactive approach and reaffirmed their commitment to supporting the initiative.
I take very humble notes of the MOA agenda, and two of the pillars strikes me very profoundly, which is the opportunities for all and enhanced security. So any government activity that is not centered around the human person, then of course will be a failure.
Your visionary leadership, the championing-based security trust fund, is a testament to your proactive and strategic approach to safeguarding the lives and livelihoods of every Deltan.
For many Deltans who have now witnessed the governor's consistent efforts, there is growing confidence that he is staying true to his promise, ensuring that citizens are safe to go about their normal businesses and daily engagements without fear.
Inside the Niger Delta.
Residents, business owners and commuters along the Ozuoba-Rumokwachi-Ogbogoro section of the Port Harcourt Ring Road are lamenting the deplorable condition of the road. The people say work on the project initiated by Governor Siminalayi Fubara has remained stalled since March, when a 6-month state of emergency was declared in the state. With the expiration of the emergency rule, residents are now appealing to the state government to urgently remobilize contractors to site for the resumption and completion of the project. They noted that the deteriorating condition of the road has worsened traffic congestion and disrupted commercial activities in the area.
The Port Harcourt Ring Road is one of Governor Siminalayi Fubara's earliest legacy infrastructure projects. It is expected to connect 6 local government areas starting from Abonima Wharf, UTC Junction in Port Harcourt City through Obiakpo, Ikwere, Iche, Oyigbo and terminating at Alessa in Eleme local government area, featuring 6 flyover bridges. However, work on the project came to a halt following the declaration of a state of emergency in Rivers State by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on March 18, 2025, which led to the temporary suspension of Governor Fubara from office. While the former sole administrator of the state implied that construction was stalled due to his refusal to approve a variation request from the contractor, many residents believe that the project is simply one of the casualties of the political instability that rocks the state.
When the political crisis came down to the state, the road have been abandoned and the rain is also falling. So I think that the resident is not comfortable in making usage of this road. You can see how everywhere has looked like they cannot have a direct access to make their movement to go to their businesses. So that's the problem. We're expecting that the governor should come to our aid and make something possible for the residents so that we can be making use of this road.
So since that time, we have passing through this mess till now. No business here that is going on. Even some customers, when you call them to come and patronize us here, they will say because for our road, so they will not go put their motor here to come buy something from us. So we are really suffering so much. Maybe the governor and the government may help us.
Commuters, traders and residents along the Ozuoba-Rumokwachi-Ogbogoro corridor of the Ring Road also decried the worsening condition of the road in their area.
The road affects our business very well. He always spoil our bike and other things. And the passenger refused to enter our bike. Why? Because of our bike, the capsized.
It's the thing, even the MAMODE where I drive now, the motor where I drive, all that, I not get any single rest of mine. Both my boat joint and the starting knock, everything. We don't suffer for this road a lot.
We don't suffer, road is no good, water everywhere. See, gallop, chingum everywhere.
Meanwhile, Governor Fubara has reportedly directed Julius Berger Nigeria PLC to return to site. But at Ozuoba, Rumokwachi, Ogbogoro access work is yet to resume when inside the Niger Delta visited. The people who have suffered due to the sudden halt in construction activities are waiting eagerly for the return of the contractors. For some watchers of trends like Loveday Jaja and Hope Barango, the situation reflects the wider governance challenges Rivers State has faced over the past 6 months of emergency rule.
From what we have seen so far, it appears that the governor is in a hurry. It's in a hurry to deliver. It's in a hurry to meet up with the disastrous 6 months of emergency rule. Look at the area of education. Look at the area of security. Look at the area of health. These are critical aspects of life. When these things are in place, life becomes meaningful. And again, the issue of human capital development.
So those construction sites are key areas, the potholes and so on and so forth will be filled. Secondly, employment, very key, because there is no country that will grow or that will develop without education sector.
It is, however, evident that governance has suffered, leaving the people to bear the brunt. What they now hope to see in the coming weeks and months is the governor focusing on critical issues that will improve their lives and enhance their living conditions.
Inside the Niger Delta.
Well, that's the size of our package on the program for today. Kindly note that you can now also watch our program live on our YouTube channel at NDNTV Nigeria on Mondays at 9 p.m., Tuesdays at 9:20 p.m., and Wednesdays at 9:30 p.m. Please do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDNTV Nigeria for live updates and many more stories. Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region, we'll be back same time, same station next week. Until then, you can follow us on our social media handles shown right now on your screens. Until next week, I am MAMODE AKUGHA thanking you for tuning in. Bye for now.